Boom. All right, we're live. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the show. See us all over the place, doing all the things, and we're going to do a special one-shot, as always, because Michael just loves telling stories, and this is freaking amazing. So we're going to delve into this. Let's get this on the right little guy. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. We're enjoying doing this, even though we can't see each other face to face. This is pretty damn cool that we still can do this. So if you guys have any questions on how to set something like this up, if anybody's watching or watching this VOD later on, if you have any questions, just hit us up here at Time to Tabletop. There's a few of us that have muddled through and made a bunch of mistakes over the years on how to not do stuff. So we might be able to help you how to do stuff during using some of the online chat rooms and, you know, the Roll20s, the Skypes, even Microsoft Teams has something that functions, Zoom. There's a lot of stuff out there, and we'd love to help you with your RPGs and your other tabletop games. So make sure and just hit us up. We'll book a little time with you to show you how to do what we've done. And we'd love to hear your tips too. So if you guys have tips on how to make this better or how to play games with people across the planet, just let us know, because we'd really love to know how to do it too, because we don't have everything perfect, that's for sure. So let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my camera and give this over to Michael. All yours, sir.
Okay. Well, hello and welcome to Generation Shadow, the epic supernatural saga that takes you through the entirety of horror history, one nightmare at a time. Tonight's nightmare is New Russia. St. Petersburg, 1999. We had a whole arc set in St. Petersburg when it was called Petrograd in 1917. And I think everybody here, maybe minus Dallas, I'm sorry to say, I'm sorry that we missed you during Petrograd. Oh no, never mind. What am I thinking? You were there.
That was Svetlana.
You were Svetlana. Yeah. What am I? I'm
no worries.
Forgetting things here. No.
No worries.
My mind going gone.
We've done a lot of these.
We have, yeah. But we are nearing the end. This, I realize, will be the final one shot, and then after this, 3 more episodes of the main show, and Generation Shadow will have reached its conclusion. So I do have hopefully a very good story for tonight. But let's go around and meet the players who will be entering post-Cold War Russia. So tell me who you are and who you're playing, and then we'll talk about the setting itself, and then those first deaths and opening moves. So we'll start with Dallas.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Dallas. I am playing a hunter named Vitaly Sokolov. Vitaly, currently baker, father of 3 daughters, deadly former KGB specialist, and making problems go away. Sokolov can't get enough of this life with his little girls and sharing the simple things like fresh baked breads and the beauty that is St. Petersburg, Russia. It's not like Moscow, but they still try to be. Either way, he's happy to be there, and rather than the alternative, dead. That's usually what happens. You rarely get out. So he was once known as the Albatross due to his capability to seemingly track and obtain his prey for any distance without seemingly to expend himself physically or mentally. He basically always got his target.
Whoa.
So he's, after a normal little life, he's kind of enjoying it. He'd hate to be interrupted.
Well,
I'm sure that's going to happen.
Actually, I think we're just going to have a whole episode about you baking bread. Time for Vitaly's Kitchen. Well, so hopefully we're looking forward to that. Joining us as well, we have Nick.
Yep, as I unmute myself. I am Nick, and today I will be playing Alexei, the Vessel. He was once a worker at the nuclear power plant in Chernobyl, as well as a defender slash hunter of the disloyal for the USSR. But after the accident at Chernobyl, his wires got a little wonky. So, and after that, he sort of wandered a little bit and was found by Baba Yaga, who sort of gave him a little bit of a purpose and a soul to go with his strange wiring. So now he's sort of trying to figure out who he is and what his new purpose is.
Very cool. I love all this like post-Soviet stuff that they're putting in here. That's definitely a big theme of this episode. After that, we have Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat. I'm playing Zara Karamova, the vampire. I'm originally from Bukhara, Uzbekistan. I have recently come to Russia to be closer to the person that sired me. I run a little club where people can get whatever they desire. I call it the Red Barn because that is where the pigs all come to feed, and where I feed on the pigs. I have no love for the Russians. They are bastards, but I do enjoy their money and the freedom that their country affords me. She tends to dress in men's clothing. She's got like the side shave and black hair. If she was ever out in the sun, she'd be a bit more tan, but due to being a vampire, she's gotten kind of pale. And she doesn't care very much for Russians. But, you know, not many people from Uzbekistan like the Russians. For some crazy reason.
Interesting. Well, I'm sure that won't come into play at all. Oh, did we lose?
I think we lost. We lost
Marvin. Okay, he's coming back though.
Marvin.
I think I'm still here. I think it's just the camera.
Just the camera. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
are you ready to share your character, or do you need a little more time to get the camera going, or?
Well, the folks can still hear my voice, so I'll introduce first, get the camera working later.
Sounds good. So who are you playing?
So, if you hear my disembodied voice, I'm going to be playing Pyotr Irvin, the Revenant, a undead former soldier of Tsar Nicholas' army back in 1917, who met his end due to a giant spider summoned by my other character, Montolio Higantri. So Pyotr has seen the rise and fall of the Soviet Union now, but he's largely been detached to the mortal world right now. He's just kind of been going through the motions, as his only purpose is to hunt Montolio and hopefully, be laid to rest soon. But he's come back now just to see how his homeland is doing. Just see how everything's going on, what with Chernobyl and everything. And also to visit family. He hasn't seen his nephew in years. It's probably just kind of trying to reconcile the fact that his nephew's an old man now.
Yeah.
Or older than himself.
Immortality leads to some weird situations.
That it does. Now I'm going to fix my camera.
All right. Let me give a little bit of background about the occult world of St. Petersburg, 1999. In Russia, it seems that every dream eventually becomes a nightmare. In 1916, a group of mismatched outcasts fought for what was right and tried to help the people against a corrupt, tyrannical czar and a doomed war. The czar lost his life in the fires of a revolution, which soon faded into the nightmare of Stalinist tyranny, Soviet stagnation, more pointless doomed wars, and nuclear disaster in Chernobyl. Now, the USSR has fallen, and another dream is born, and already turning nightmarish in the face of rampant corruption, economic turmoil, and foreign interference. In this chaos, 4 factions rise to control the supernatural world. The Nightingale Group, an elite squad of monster-hunting vampires devoted to serving government masters, have an uneasy alliance with the vampire mafia, the Shadow Bratva, who have risen to rule the underworld. But there are newcomers in Russia. Delvers International, an American mega-corporation, is hungrily eyeing Russia's natural and unnatural resources alike, and will stop at nothing to collect magical artifacts. Finally, the Children of the Zone, are the nature spirits of the Russian countryside, mutated by the devastating Chernobyl nuclear disaster. All of them are seeking to find a place in the growing nightmare of New Russia. All right, so with that in mind, let's talk about those debts. Marvin, we doing okay there?
I think I got the camera working. Just gonna have to exit and then come right back. So,
Okay.
sec.
All right, we'll get back to you. All
Okay.
good. Let's start with Kat.
Okay.
So, who does Zara owe for her initial debts?
Sure. So somebody makes sure she gets fed regularly. Zara owes them 2 debts. That's Svetlana, because Svetlana, I think, despite being kind of uncomfortable with Zara and her anti-Russian sentiments, likes to make sure that all the vampires in the area stay fed.
Definitely.
So I owe Svetlana 2 debts. Someone relies on me for their fix. They owe me a debt. I picked Rada Rasputin for that. She's like a club DJ. Not a vampire, but probably relies on me for some other fix, whether that's drugs or men or women or whatever.
Or just the hottest records to spin.
Or yeah, a club to go to. I mean, the Red Barn is known for its music on top of everything else, so. And then somebody bears responsibility for me becoming a vampire. They owe me a debt, and that's going to be Petrushka, who
Okay.
turned me while he was visiting Bukhara on one of his jobs.
Yeah, he does stuff like that, Petrushka.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just turning some random street rat kid from Uzbekistan into a vampire probably seemed amusing to him.
I think so.
I think we probably met while I was trying to mug him.
Yeah, I can see that. Just pick the wrong victim. All right, let's move on to Alexei.
Yes, that's me. So the first one that I have is someone convinced me to come to the city to help them with a ongoing problem. I was going to say, Baba, you there? Since she's sort of the head of the
Zone Children.
Zone Children. Yeah,
Yes.
I think, and we probably met each other through Baba Yaga herself, and I probably worked a little bit with you there as well. So she hired me on and sort of had me do some work in the city. Second is I injured someone in the process of fulfilling an instinct. I haven't quite figured that out. I don't know if anyone would be willing to do that.
Yeah, I'll be willing to do that if you want.
Okay.
I think you just took a swing at her during some mission of yours.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, how long have you been a vampire, Kat?
It depends on how long Petrushka's been a vampire, to be quite honest.
Gotcha.
Right. I mean, I imagine he was turned in like the early 80s.
Yeah.
So it would still be under USSR rule. So I could say that, because I'm supposed to be saying what instinct I was serving at the time, I could either see Hunt the Disloyal or Serve the Powerful. I don't know if...
Either one
That would
is
be-
good, because back in the 80s, she would have been super anti-USSR, especially back when she had first gotten turned. In fact, we could even say she was the first person Petrushka ever turned into a vampire, if you'd like.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
And you guys clashed while Alexei was kind of doing his job.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I owe you 2 debts.
Oh, what's your character's name again?
Alexei,
Alexei.
which I found out is Russian for both defender and helper, which I found
Oh,
Poignant.
nice.
So basically, you owe me 2 debts because you messed my stuff up.
yes. And yours is Zara.
Yep.
All
Which
right,
is
and
just Zara, like the clothing company.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
of course.
I wrote that down correctly. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, and finally, someone has a tie to your creator or their lineage and possesses knowledge about your origin that they refuse to share. I'm thinking Semyon Chutko.
Oh, the chef. Yeah.
Yes.
Shutko? Okay, very good. Yeah, I mean, he was involved in all
'cause
kinds of
he was
Soviet
in-
government stuff.
He was a soldier during Afghanistan and probably other conflicts. So I may
absolutely.
have been over there for a few conflicts, and maybe he was involved with my creation or somehow.
Oh yeah, if you were in Afghanistan, my character would have been fighting on the side of the Afghanis for a period of time. So that's another.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, just like the Rambo movie, this episode's devoted to the brave Mujahideen fighters of Afghanistan. No, I'm kidding. It's not. that does crack me up though. That movie's got that that classic dedication there. Alexi, are there any other deaths?
That's all of them.
All right. Marvin, how about Piotr? I know he's a recurring character, but what new debts would he have that make sense for this game?
So someone mourned your death truly and deeply. That's going to be a hard one to fit, I think. Or could I make both of the depths I have in mind the same person?
Yeah, that's fair.
Because next is someone tried to get justice for your murder, but failed to lay your soul to rest. I was thinking that's going to be Alex. Alex
Oh, okay.
for both of
He
them.
tried to go after Egantre. Yeah, I mean, he was an FBI agent kind of in charge of watching Egantre during our 70s arc, and it didn't work out.
So he would owe me a debt, and I would owe him a debt as well.
Okay.
Next one is someone has already come to rely on you and your powers. Ask them what unique need you fill. They owe you 2 debts.
Oh, interesting.
And the funny thing I was thinking for this, Johnny Kappa, because I think Piotr joined his band in the last one arc, the last one shot.
Oh, sure. Okay, that makes sense.
Mhm.
You toured with him for a little bit.
I mean, when you're an immortal dead guy, what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, why not? Just hang out with a hair metal band.
And the last one, your demon carried you back from the land of the dead. You owe them 2 debts, and that's going to be Belial, as always.
Ah, okay.
Mhm.
Zara, you want to add something?
Yeah, I didn't realize that we could have the debts to the same person. Would you be okay if I said that Petrushka's the one's making sure that I get fed regularly? So I owe him 2 debts and he owes me 1 debt? Or do you want me to stick to Svetlana?
I don't think Petrushka has the responsibility to make sure anybody's getting fed regularly,
Oh, okay,
except for himself.
I'll stick with Svetlana, it's fine.
Yeah, I just don't see that as part of his character. He's like, he's a party boy.
Mhm.
All right, and that brings us to Vitaly, I'm sorry. Vitaly Sokolov.
Yes. Vitaly, I don't think he would have too many connections outside of mortality at the moment because he, got as close to retirement as you possibly can. But being reactivated is definitely, now incurred some debts and some things, owed. So to be reactivated, I'd say someone has enlisted you to protect them from something very dangerous. I'm gonna say that's Chutko. Plus,
Okay.
we would have a close tie. Like he's the chef. He's the one that actually got me into baking as something to help do something in my time away.
Oh, sure.
That's how I wrote that. Yeah, he's like, do something that would be constructive, And I was like, okay, I'll bake. Someone keeps you equipped and supplied. I'm gonna say that's probably either Beth or Ivengi because they have access to powerful magical weapons.
Ooh, okay.
And that's something I would be used to wielding, and I'd go looking to them, and be like, all right, if I'm being reactivated, I need something that's gonna, do the work.
Right. It might be Beth because
Okay.
Evgeny's more of an enforcer than a supplier.
Okay, so we'll go with Beth, and then I'll have him be the someone that I consider a friend from back in the day. Even though the friendship keeps bringing me trouble, so they owe me a debt.
Oh, all right. Makes sense.
Because he was an older operative that got rescued by Chutko, right?
Yeah, back in Afghanistan.
Right. So we could say like me and eventually go back farther than that, possibly. So he owes me one. Chutko owes me one. I owe Beth two.
Okay. All right.
If that makes sense.
Oh no, I totally good. All right, so let's begin the game itself. So we start. All of you have received invitations from an anonymous source for Vitali, Zara, and Alexei. But Piotr, for you, it is definitely from Johnny Kappa.
Mhm.
You've been asked to have a sort of clandestine meeting in Club Spider, which is a popular nightclub near the Field of Mars.
It's always with the dumb spiders.
Well, Piotr, you might not like this nightclub because you come in. Club Spider is themed by the legends of the giant spider that was rampaging around 1916 Petrograd.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, there's like a giant spider built. Its legs are big struts running along the length of the wall, ending in the spider over the ceiling. That's looking down over all the dancers who are, enjoying the best of some pounding techno music over there on the dance floor.
This looks like David Bowie's 1987 tour. It was shit.
Yeah, it might have a little Spiders from Mars influence in there. So as
This
you
is a very
guys,
strange place. I've not been in a place like this. Definitely not like what I'm used to in the factory.
Definitely not. As you guys enter, you see Johnny Kappa sitting at a table in a booth at the back, away from the dance floor, looking very nervous. He's got like a little salad plate. Some cucumbers are there, but he's like hardly touching them. And he like beckons you right over as soon as you four enter.
Like how I said factory when I worked at a nuclear power plant. Oh well.
I mean, it's a factory
Eh.
of nuclear stuff.
Yeah.
It builds nuclear power.
Yes.
We lost Marcus.
I don't know.
Hopefully you can get back. All right.
Is this a booth or is it chair situation?
It's kind of like a mixture.
Cool. If he's sitting in a booth, she brings over a chair, turns it backwards, and sits down in it that way, with her sword out in front of her. Why do you want me?
So Johnny Kappa's looking very nervous. You can tell his scales are a little more pale. He's looking around, looking over his shoulder, and he's like, Zara, I asked you here, along with you, Mr. Sokolov, and you, Alexei, and Piotr. Man, we had some good times on the road, didn't we?
Characteristically pale. Scared even. What is wrong, my friend?
Well, you should know. I mean, after Cucumber Thunder fell apart, we're kind of in a post-Van Halen world. It's all boy bands now. There's no place for a rockin' Kappa like me with that.
Have
What
you
is this
heard the new
boy band you
metal?
speak of?
Yeah. I mean, maybe I could be like Kappa Corn or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I fell back in with some bad types in Tokyo. They enlisted me to this mission to bring something over here and deliver it, but I can't do it in good conscience. We're like at the end of history, guys, and I don't want to be the bad guy anymore. But I can't go further. But you four, you've got a chance, and I think I can trust you. He reaches into his coat, and he's like, no, Zara, I'm serious. You've been wronged, and this is a chance to do something good, maybe. And he takes out an egg, which is glowing with this bright orange energy within it. And he sets it on the table. And he says, what you need to do, you got to find some way to give this egg to Baba Yaga. The Baba Yaga, the one from, Myth.
I know of her. She found me.
Yeah,
when I
it's
was
not.
lost.
So I think I can trust you for this. Look, it's not what the Yakuza asked me to do, but it's what's right.
Wait, are you saying that it is not possible for other people to give this egg to her? It's first question.
I suppose I could, but I'm not as strong as I used to be.
Second question, if we give the egg to her, do we incur wrath of Yakuza?
He looks down at his shoes, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta tell you, I think the only one who's going to incur the wrath of the Yakuza is me."
Then go into hiding, Johnny Kappa. I mean,
If job is clean, then let's do job.
All right. But then he looks behind you, and he starts getting really worried. He's like, "Oh no, people I was supposed to meet, they're here." And you see coming across the dance floor, pushing their way through the dancing crowd as Rada Rasputin is working the turntables, is Petrushka and a pair of other flashily dressed vampires. They're sporting like the bright leather jackets, American blue jeans, fancy, colorful like Hawaiian shirts, track suits, that kind of thing. All the beautiful finery that the now globalized world can afford. Petrushka. Zara?
Oh, sorry. She was gonna say something about Petrushka, but finish your description. Sorry.
Yeah, he's got like slicked back hair, that unnaturally pale skin, and he's thrown on some like lipstick, giving himself a clownish appearance as befitting his name, after the famous clown of Russian folklore, as well as the assassin who bore Petrushka's name back in 1916 Petrograd. And he like folds his arms and looks over you guys, and he's like, "Ah, I see the little Japanese fish there is making a delivery." Zara?
This guy.
So wait. So Johnny Kappa was talking about the fact that Petrushka's after him, or am I getting that right?
Yes, Petrushka is supposed to get the egg.
Are you not delivering this egg to Petrushka? What is your idea here?
Johnny Kappa like leans closer to you, and he's like, "It is important that Baba Yaga gets it. Svetlana herself might even agree with me. Don't let him get it." Nodding to Petrushka.
If the rest of you want to sneak out this egg right now, I'll go talk to my sire. She's gonna go down and just talk to Petrushka.
You know this guy?
Yes, he made me.
Could I put a face to a name, see if I've interacted with him in the past?
Kind of
Absolutely.
what I was asking. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can both go ahead and roll night.
I know absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I got
I
a
got a
total
five.
I got a 5.
Okay. Nope,
Shit.
you've never encountered him before.
So all I know is sire. Okay. If you can handle him, then by all means.
All
I
right.
can
So,
distract him for a time, but if he wants to kill any of you, he's probably going to do it.
Uh,
let's
and
see
she'll
him
head-
try.
oh, just one quick question though. So, are any of you guys taking the egg? What is happening to that glowing egg?
I can take
Piotr?
egg if comrades don't object.
Yeah, I was gonna say either Piotr or Alexei might, because Alexei has even had dealings with Baba Yaga. He said so. I'm not gonna touch it,
And
but I just
yeah, it does coincide with semi two, mostly protect the valuable. So I
Very
will.
well, Alexei. Take egg.
there you go.
So, Lexi, so are you trying to hide it from him? Because Johnny Kappa rather stupidly did put it on the table. Not the
Well,
brightest
I was hoping
Kappa in the light.
to assist them in hiding it by causing a distraction by going straight to
Right.
Petrushka.
Ooh, yeah,
That sounds
yeah.
good. All right, why don't you roll a mislead distractor trick?
Okay. Do you want me to act it out at all, or just roll it to roll it?
Why don't you roll, or why don't you act it out first, and then roll? Like, what do you say to distract him?
Sure. So she walks up to Petrushka. Sire, I did not expect to see you at this club. I was just summoned here to talk to this turtle.
All right, let's see if you can keep his attention.
Okay.
So roll a mislead distractor trick.
Sure. So it's just sort of the opening salvo of it. That's a 9.
Ooh, okay, so you get to pick 2.
Well, I guess I will create an opportunity and confuse him.
Okay.
Because I feel like avoid further entanglement doesn't make sense for my character because I'm purposefully getting entangled.
Right, yeah, you're definitely entangled.
Yeah.
Okay, so these 3, the other 3, are able to like kind of sneak out through the side.
Yeah.
Petrushka's like, Zara, my baby. Wasn't expecting to find you in a place like this.
I didn't expect to come to a place like this. The only person here that I really know is Rada up there. She waves up to Rada.
Yeah, Rada's like bopping her head, throws you a wave back.
To be honest, I was hoping for some danger, and she unsheathes her sword a little bit and puts it back in.
Petrushka... Oh, go ahead.
But I see that you are here, so I guess I expected correctly. Da?
Oh, you know where I am. Danger follows. And that DJ... Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
No, keep.
That DJ, wouldn't mind getting a taste of her, if you know what I mean.
She does owe me some debts, so perhaps later. Seeing this man from Japan made me think about how they sometimes eat the raw fish off of ladies. Perhaps we can do something like that with her later tonight.
Oh, that sounds good. But Zara, you should know by now. I don't need to ask. And speaking of Japan, like you said, this turtle's gotten me very interested. And he kind of like brushes past you and draws closer to Johnny Kappa.
I will accompany him to Johnny Kappa, because the longer I can make this exchange happen, the more people are getting away with the egg.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Right. All right, so we'll cut away and see what happens to the other 3.
Okay.
Okay, so Alexei, Piotr, and Vitali. You guys leave the Club Spider. You reach the sidewalk outside. And as you're leaving, a limousine rolls over to a halt and kind of like screeches right to a stop on the sidewalk in front of you.
Okay.
Are we expecting anyone?
The window rolls down. It is Beth Boateng kind of leans out. So she is an American expatriate, and Vitali, you definitely know her. She supplies you.
Are you following me, or are you offering help at this exact moment we might need it?
She's like, call it a coincidence, Mr. Sokolov. You and your friends here, I want you to come with me.
On whose authority do you ask this?
The chef.
And where exactly are we going?
I don't think harm is the intention. And we have three total, 1 inside still, right?
Yes.
We do have 1 more. Do you have enough room?
Boateng's like, this is a limousine.
Well then.
I know you guys... Yeah, I mean, I know you guys aren't quite used to him, but trust me, there's room.
So
you want to go...
Sorry. So you can fit all of our comrades, including one, I would say humanoid turtle, perhaps?
Yeah, if you want to get Kappa out here and in here, we'll take him. The important thing is that you 3, though, I think you're missing somebody.
That's what I was saying. We have...
Come along.
Yeah, we have 1 more. Yeah.
All right, we'll see if you can extract her. I mean, I guess I'm like not supposed to be parked here, but I don't really care about the laws right now, so it's all good.
All right, strange one.
Yeah, that's what they tell me.
Let's see.
So what is planned? Alexei, you still have egg, yes?
Of course.
Okay, so that is the priority. Me, Sarah, and Johnny are still in club. Vitali, how are you and I don't know, going into clubs and perhaps making distractions so we can get the rest of the people out.
Oh, I was hoping it would not be me, but
We're gonna see how Johnny's
Yeah.
doing in a couple seconds.
yeah,
and cut
yeah,
back.
because that's what I was
Right.
wondering how we're gonna get, you to the rest of us without okay, but let's
All
go.
right. I'll let you think
Alright.
about it.
Mhm.
So you guys head back into the club. Meanwhile,
I'm actually going to stay just outside. I'm not going to go in the limousine just yet, but I'm going to be outside because I feel that my instincts are telling me that going back inside would not be very good for protecting the egg.
right.
valuable.
Okay. So you're hanging outside with the egg.
Yes.
Okay. Vitali and Piotr, you head back inside and you see the same area where Zara and Petrushka are talking. Johnny Cap is still kind of frozen there, terrified. So, Zara?
Okay. So, I did not get very far with him about why he summoned me here. Petrushka, what is it that you're looking for on this gentle turtle?
He's like, I had an arrangement with some of his countrymen. A bunch of hardcore motherfucking Japanese Yakuza gangsters. I'm talking samurai sword swinging type stuff. And they sent him, but he did not come and find me.
Betrayal is very bad with the Yakuza, is it not?
He's like, well, it's worse with us. So, Johnny Kappa, you want to tell us where the egg is, or should we see how much we can get you out of your shell?
And I will unsheath my sword when he says that, because that's usually a signal that violence is about to start happening.
Okay. Johnny Kappa summoning his courage. He's gonna try and be brave, not reveal what happened. He just kind of like stares back, saying nothing.
What is
All
it
right.
that you said earlier to me, Mr. Kappa? The end of history, wasn't it?
I might have mentioned it.
Perhaps we can end your history this evening.
All right. So at this moment, Vitali and Piotr, you guys you see this thing kind of going on the edge of the club. What do you guys do?
Can I investigate a place of power, the club?
Sure. I guess it would be power because this is Rada's place. In fact, she's like kind of looking at you guys.
Mhm.
She's watching this whole situation, and you can tell she's clocked it and might be willing to intervene.
Cool. So maybe we got some help. Right. Power it was?
Yes, for Club Spider.
That's an 8 for me and a level up.
Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, so you can tell this is like Rada Rasputin's place, and she's packed it with the same sort of magic that her potential ancestor Grigory Rasputin once used.
Mhm.
So there is magic here. Vitali?
I'm going to either try to find a large tray of glass or drinks to topple over, or something that I can splash onto these people accidentally to make them look at me for long enough for people to either squirmishly, get away, or just start a new conversation that lets things go to somewhere else.
Okay. Why don't you do mislead, distract, or trick?
Okay. I am new to this club scene stuff. It's very loud and busy in here.
Oh,
That's
man.
terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible, though. Let's see. You said mislead, distractive trick. So that's 4. Oh, shit. That's a 6. Yeah, I have a +1
Oh.
on mind. So.
I can try helping you out.
Go for
By
it.
the way, guys, I don't want to metagame this, but she is lying right now. She isn't planning to kill him.
Yeah, I think that's sort of clear, but I think
Okay.
they're still trying to find distractions to help you get out there.
Yeah.
Okay, how do we do for the assist?
You're playing a
Mortality.
Mortality, gotcha.
Yeah, so add whatever mortality, if you have any mortality points to add.
I have -2 mortality.
Oh, crap.
boy.
I rolled a 9 though, so that's a 7.
Nice.
Okay, that brings you to a 7.
All right,
So
that brings you to
fatality.
just enough to get
Yeah,
messed
it's a
up along
two.
the way, probably. Yeah.
All right, which ones are you picking?
Let's see. I'm gonna create the opportunity, and confuse them for some time.
Okay. So what do you topple over, you think?
Probably something expensive that probably get attention.
Oh
Because
man.
drinks they can replace, but something expensive that might grab their attention.
They probably got like an elaborate like glass spider sculpture,
Oh, poor thing.
and you just push, it falls over, explodes,
Oops,
and
this- Yeah.
Yes, break all the spiders, comrade.
Petrushka like freaks out, spins around. You can see his like coat opening to reveal a fancy pistol with gold and various gemstones worked into it.
Oh, damn. Okay.
And yeah, he's distracted.
All
All
right.
right, Zara.
Okay. Zara whispers says aloud to Johnny Kappa, you get up and move. I'm going to execute you behind this place. Less blood spilled in the club is better for the DJ. And gives him a wink that hopefully only he can see.
Okay, I mean, I think Ian, who doesn't get it, he'll go with you. He's too scared to do otherwise.
Right.
All right, so you walk him out of there.
Huh.
You guys see Petrushka kind of spinning around and just starting to figure it out as you get back out the door.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, my idea is that Petrushka would think that I'm taking him to kill him, but...
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, he's probably so kind of distracted by that big glass spider blowing up
Yeah.
that he wasn't quite able to. Yeah, that he agrees with that.
Yeah, because her idea is to extract this guy without pissing off her sire.
Ah, okay. All right, so you make it outside. You head to the limo. Boateng is tapping her watch, and she's like, "We should get going. The chef is not a patient man."
Talking about the impatient men, she sheathes her sword. Petrushka is a violent psychopath, but he's not a complete idiot. At some point, he's going to realize that I'm not giving you an enhanced interrogation.
Johnny Kappa's like, "Well, hopefully by then we'll be far enough away so it won't matter." And Boateng says, We'll do what we can. I just hope you guys are in the mood for a bit of a bath." So,
Sounds that would be.
yeah.
Sorry, I don't
Yep, some-
understand the connotation.
Towels and branches, my friend. Towels and branches.
Exactly.
What variety of bath are we talking about?
A classic banya. It's where Shutko likes to do his business.
Yep, the banya. Yep.
Though I do think it might be very hard for some of you to get clean.
You know that in my country we used to have many and many and many public baths. And when the Soviets came in, they filled them all in with concrete. Except for one.
Boateng's like, "Hey, don't look at me. I grew up in, California." This whole bathhouse
Well,
thing is a little weird to me. We just go to the
She
beach.
leans in and says, "Well, don't get me started on the Americans."
Yeah. Let's get going.
Right. With that, you guys cruise through the streets and head to the South Side Vanya, a very popular, sprawling, classical Russian bathhouse. So you guys head inside, you go to the lobby. Shutko has kind of cleared off an entire area just for himself. Evgeny the Axe is waiting for you in kind of the lobby area. He just has the towel around his waist. He is a huge, muscular guy, shaved head, and his famous axe is leaning against the wall behind him. He does have just one arm. And he's for your own good and for the good of the chef, you will strip. Remove your clothes, put on towel, go in there.
Sir, I am a Muslim. I do not strip in front of men.
For your own good, you will strip. Put on towel, leave your clothes and weapons here, go there.
Evgeny, perhaps you could at least give her a private spot to do it,
It's only courteous, you know.
You're gonna have to roll persuade.
Yep. So while that's happening, I take out a giant like monkey wrench that I carry around with me.
7.
Whoa. Okay.
And I sort of set it down next to the axe.
Man, my rolls are low today.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not a failure.
No, just got by 7. Yeah.
Evgeny's like, she leaves all weapons here, and you leave all weapons here.
She said nothing about weapons. Yeah. We're fine with that. So, start handing over stuff too.
All right. Yeah, they'll give you like a private room to change. All right.
Yep.
So once you guys have all your weapons are gone, towels are on. Evgeny like leads you through in the next area. It's been all cleared out. They have those nice tile floors, rocks, hot rocks and water, keeping the steam going. Pretty relaxing. And Semyon Chef Shutko is relaxing on the bench, enjoying some of the steam. He's middle-aged, hair just starting to thin, but he still has he's getting a little bit of a gut. Maybe he's been sampling his restaurant's delicacies a little bit, but he still has the fighting shape of a former Spetsnaz soldier. So he motions for you to sit down.
It has been some time.
Ah, Alexei. What was it they called you in Pravda? The miraculous ultimate worker? The magical great Soviet man of the future? The people's champion? There are so many names.
We had a name for you in Afghanistan.
Oh. Well, I heard plenty of them. I was called pretty much everything in Afghanistan. One you'd like to share, Miss Zara?
Simply the butcher is what I always had heard.
Well, you should know this. I've turned my efforts to more positive culinary pursuits. I'm simply the chef. And Pyotr, a legend.
I wouldn't say legend. More like, I don't know, hired killers sometimes by Soviet Union.
Well, in my book, you're a legend.
Legend.
Lot of legends going around in this room, I see.
Yes,
As
including
it seems.
a certain egg. Right out of legend. Do you know what it is that turtle gave to you?
I'm sure
Johnny
you
Kappa
can.
waiting in
Do
the
not
lobby
know what
right
you
now.
were talking about. I know of no egg.
If there is an egg in question and the turtle, perhaps you would ask the turtle as the turtles lay eggs. Is it the egg that he laid? Is he actually a lady turtle? What are we talking about?
Oh, Zara. Your sense of humor, your people's sense of humor, it delights me still. The egg, I mean, you might not know this, but Vitaly, Alexei, Pyotr, I'm sure you've heard your fairy tales. You know about the Firebird. Or you like your music, Stravinsky? One of my favorites.
Cannot say I have heard that song. I do not usually listen to music.
Yeah, it was only the national anthem and Katyushka song and partisan song for you, Alexei, wasn't it? But those days are gone.
It may have. I did not really pay attention to music. I mostly worked.
Of course.
The works of Stravinsky are one of the few pleasurable things that have been produced by this blight upon the world.
Ah, so even you know it.
Yes, people were so offended by his rites of spring that they tore up the seats and threw it at the stage. I can appreciate this level of chaos.
Piotr?
Yes, and this Firebird, I think I heard rumors of it going around Battlefield 80 years ago or so, I would say.
Yes, the Firebird, back then, and still, is a source of power. It is the soul of Russia wrapped up in that creature. So you understand it's important that it stays in the right hands.
Which obviously you're going to make cases yours.
Yes. The Nightingale Group is an independent operation, but I won't lie. We are a deniable resource for the true master of Russia. The man who will make our country great once more. He wants
which
the Firebird.
person? Sorry. And who is promising to make a country great? I never trust such men.
He's like, well, perhaps I will make it so you do not have a choice. Besides, it is better. It is better that the Nightingale Group gets it than others get it. And in fact, as he is saying this, you guys hear some noise and some scuffling coming out from the hall. So, something clicks on the tiled floor. An oddity in a place where everyone is barefoot or wearing sandals. Then, the door slams open just as Chef Shutko adds some more water to the hot stones. In the spray of steam, a trio of strange figures emerge. Plastic bodies clad in off-the-rack suits. Featureless faces of molded plastic. All are armed. One toting a baseball bat, another with an axe, and the third leveling a silenced pistol. With a roar, Shutko charges the axe-wielding construct and wrestles it to a standstill, shoving its plastic face near the steaming rocks in the corner. Delvers International Constructs, American trash! He shouts as he forces the mannequin down. Evgeny, get in here! Bare feet pad on the floor now as Evgeny charges in. Alright, so, in this chaos, you have these mannequins coming in. You can hear more of them charging in through the side of the bathhouse. What do you guys do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, if only I had a weapon with me.
That is the rub. Vitaly.
She directed that at the person that took her weapons away.
Evgeny just like glares at you as he's just swinging his axe into one of these other mannequins. Vitaly, I think we'll start with you and kind of go around for a bit.
Yeah,
Are
Tal
we-
come. Oh, sorry.
Or actually, we should go ahead and roll initiative.
Yeah.
So everybody roll a keep your cool to see how.
Yeah, to roll that with blood, as it should
Cool.
be.
Anybody get a 12 or higher? Okay, 10 or higher.
I got a 10.
All right, Piotr is probably going first. An 8 or 9.
I
9.
got a 9. I guess we
Okay.
both got 9s.
Yes.
Right.
I have 2 spirit.
I have 2 blood. I roll based on blood.
I think I'll just have Alexi go first because I don't know. I flip a coin kind of thing because I'm not sure. Okay, and then Vitaly.
Well, I'm the last anyway, right? I got 7.
Yeah. All right. And then the actual last are these constructs, these mannequins. And then, of course, we'll see what Evgeny and Evgeny the Axe and Shutko do. All right, everybody wants that egg. Piotr, so you begin.
It's always the same. Somebody wants egg, then other people want egg. They think they are the best. They think, oh, we make country great again. When has country ever been great? Always think you're confiscated at the time you're in. These people. So Piotr's just gonna stand up and use the bash the devil stood, openly presenting himself in a towel. So, rolling 2. Oh wow. So rolled a 14 on it.
Whoa, that's quite a roll. So what is
on
the result for a super success?
So on a hit, they choose, not me, to either scatter or flee before me, throw down their weapons and surrender, or attack me, ignoring my allies. And since I rolled a 10+, I get 1 armor.
Oh man! All right, I think I'll go. They're mindless constructs, so I don't see them like fleeing or like losing their morale because they don't really have any. But I definitely think they'll focus in on you and just like charge right in. So they're like running in, they're raising their knives, their pistols, heading straight for Piotr.
Yeah.
That brings us to Alexei.
Need to unmute. Yes. Okay. I would like to. I would like to use only flesh to go directly at the target without concern for my own well-being. And I believe I am doing so in service of one of my instincts to protect the valuable.
Oh, absolutely.
So I will just sort of charge the nearest one and see if I can wrench the weapon away from him.
Oh, sure.
So... Oh no.
Uh-oh.
If it's a leash, I'm guessing it's...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 6.
Ooh.
So,
All right. Well, not so good. What do you
Nope.
think messes you up?
I think the steam is messing with my joints, and so I don't
Yeah, I can
move
see
quite
that.
as well as I do.
Right.
So-
Okay. So you kind of charge over, a little bit of clanking and rumbling. Gives away your position. One of the mannequins, as it's about to attack Piotr, just spins around with its baseball bat, rams it into you. You're going to take 1 harm.
Okay. I will say that using only flesh, I do get 2 armor since
Oh. All right. Well, you're probably okay then.
Yeah.
It does not break the armor. All right. That brings us to Zara.
Cool. Well, Zara still has a weapon. It's in her mouth. There are various constructs, and there are various people made of flesh and blood. She views all of them as enemies. I see no reason that she wouldn't, unless I missed something where the butcher wasn't calling me a bunch of names. So, yeah.
No, he's not a
Semyon
good guy.
Yeah, Semyon Chutko is her target of her eternal hunger. He's filled with blood. She aims to take it as she tries to sink her fangs into his neck.
man,
Basically,
see what
if I succeed, he'll probably die. But if I fail, he'll probably kill me. Yay!
All right. Hey, I only play with high stakes. Let's do it.
I rolled an 11.
Nice.
That means that she has managed to sink her fangs into him. On a 10+, I get to choose 3. And my choices are: I heal 1 harm, I learn a secret about them, I take +1 forward, and they don't die. Now, I don't really need to heal 1 harm, but on the other hand, I want him to die. So I'm not taking the option of they don't die. She just, bites into him and sucks.
All right. He was vulnerable in that moment, so you do get a good bite on him. I don't think you're going to totally kill him. You might just, coma him for a while, but you mess him up
Coma's-
real good.
Coma is fine too. Either just something to get him out of this combat. Hey, I've learned a secret about him as I the bond lets me communicate with him psychically. And she's like, "See, Butcher, I still have a weapon. You cannot ever completely disarm the Uzbek people."
Damn. Yeah, as he collapses, a secret goes right into you, and you realize that he's bad-mouthing the Americans, but he was also in bed with them. And you realize that this attack might be an unexpected betrayal as much as an actual attack.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and also these guys are from Delvers International.
Yeah. And he had a weapon on him, right?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, he was just enjoying the bathhouse.
He's fairly dead now. With her increased vampire strength, she tosses the body in, and it's just coma, but still.
Right. Yeah, he collapses in the steam. Evgeny is like pulling himself away from the chaos, trying to run to him, being like, "No!"
She just wipes the blood off her mouth.
Yeah. Vitaly.
How many more of these constructs are standing?
One got like totally taken in half by Evgeny's axe. There are 2 left, and there's more coming through from the halls.
Okay, the one that got taken out by the axe, did it drop a weapon?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go in for that, and then try to attack whichever one I can get with that, if it's possible to get to the weapon or not.
Yeah, I mean, you drop like a knife, I will say.
Okay, cool. I mean, I'll take anything. It's an advantage in my opinion.
All right, so you grab the knife. Why don't you do an attack on another construct? They are distracted because they're all going after Piotr.
Cool. 4, 5, plus 2 is 11. And whatever damage that would be, I'm going to make sure that I, let's see, inflict the harm to make sure I put it down so that, yeah, hopefully it goes down. So whatever that weapon damage is.
Oh, yeah. I would say you take it out.
Okay.
How do you use the knife to kill this mannequin?
If it's being distracted, I'm probably going straight to the back of the neck where the head meets, you know, just sever brain cord. That's my tactic normally, so, you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it works. It is like it's a, you know, Americans, we make things cheap. Yeah, the knife just like goes right through, punches through the plastic, and it drops. There is one left. It is going to get attack off on Piotr. It's the baseball bat wielding one.
Okay.
Piotr, I want you to roll to keep your cool. We'll see how it does there.
No problem. That's a 12.
Whoa. All right, it swings the bat down like over its head. How do you avoid it?
I just take it because I have 2 armor. Thanks to my level up, I have +1 armor ongoing.
Oh man, the Revenant. What a great character. All right, it just like thwacks into you and bounces off. Okay,
Yeah,
so
you're gonna have to do much, much better.
So Evgeny is like hauling Shutko out through the back, just kind of like dragging him along. There's more of these mannequins charging in as well, so an escape seems important.
Mhm.
All right, Piotr, it is your turn.
So we need an escape. I'll make one. I'm going to use Is That Gasoline I Smell? Searching the location for the resources or tool I need to destroy it.
All right. I mean, there's lots of like, kind of steaming fires with like the stones on top of them, so you could like easily push one over to create an inferno.
Or
I'm
I
not
could
sure if
make a
that's how
hole.
actual. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Or it could just make a hole somewhere. See if there's resources there to make one.
Yeah. I'm not sure that's how actual Banyas work, but well, I'll let it go for the story.
No problem.
All right. So
That's a 6.
so with a little help, you could start a blaze.
Who's up next?
Alexei.
Yep.
Alexei, do you want to help him out here?
Yeah. So, okay. So there is something with Steam. Trying to think of what I can do. So could I possibly like maybe investigate this place to see if there's like other exits that we can maybe find or something like that?
Oh, sure. Go ahead and do investigate a place of power with mortality.
Okay, we'll see. With that -1 to mortality, I get a 6.
Wow. All right. Zara, unless you can find a way to escape, the mannequins are going to swarm in and capture you guys. I think it's about like they're going to come in too much force to fight, especially since you don't have your weapons. So Zara, Cat, I think you're muted.
Yeah.
I'm in
Or-
trouble.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
I am.
muted.
Yes,
I was muted. Yes.
All right.
Which
You're
would
all good
explain why
now.
nobody could hear me. Okay. Yeah, I like to mute so that Zoom isn't freaking out. Or not Zoom, but Skype. You know.
No, I totally. I do the
Um,
same thing all the time. Then forget you're muted and.
Zara wants her sword back. That is all she cares about.
Okay.
And she was willing to escape this situation straight through where those mannequins are going to get her sword.
Okay.
Like
Why don't
she
you roll?
can't lose the sword. She would rather die than lose her sword.
Wow. Okay,
So
give me
she-
escape a situation.
Let's see. Luckily, she's good at that. So that is an 8. So she will suffer harm during her escape, but the most recent blood that she's taken in is probably repairing her wounds right now.
Yeah, that's
Since
fine.
I did take the healing harm. Let's see. Yeah, and I'd imagine she's ended up in another dangerous situation because she went out to get her sword and now she's probably surrounded by these things.
Oh, I can see that. All right, so you dash
But
back
if
out
she
to
has
the...
her sword back, she's really happy. It's like a Kill Bill situation with her.
Oh, yeah, that's Hanzo Steel.
Yeah. She's not losing that sword. I
Okay.
decided even before I knew that Yakuza were involved that it was a samurai sword. Like, this sword is like everything to her.
Hmm. All right, so you dash your way out. You break into the lobby where your weapons and like everybody else's weapons and clothing is all neatly stacked there. But you are in another dangerous situation. So right outside, there's like an armored SUV. There are a bunch of like uniformed Delvers Incorporated mercenaries there. And they're led by Aileen Field and Alex Irvin, formerly Special Agent Irvin himself. All of
Can
them
I-
have their weapons drawn, aimed right at you, Zara.
Their power, right?
Yes.
Can I put a face to a name with power, I guess? Because I don't think she might not know who any of these people are.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, go ahead.
That is actually... Oh, I forgot she has a +1 going forward. That still made the last roll a 9, but I forgot about the +1 going forward. So that's a 10.
Whoa. Okay, so are you doing it for Aileen or for Alex?
Let's
Field is the CEO. Alex Irvin is like the security guy, security specialist.
I'll go with Alex as security specialist. So because I knocked it out of the park on that freaking roll, when she's getting her sword, she just looks up and goes, "Oh, Alex, it is good to see you. What brings you to a bathhouse?" I mean, it
Alex
kind of is
says-
a really good roll.
Okay. Alex says he lowers his pistol up. He's like, "What else? Business." Vitaly, what are you doing here? We still have the mannequins pouring in. They're about to capture all three of you and haul you out to join Zara.
My best guess is to either sort of grab the body of the one and sort of use it as like a shield and sort of run and charge at a bunch, sort of like push them down out of the way so I can make a chance for the others to go. That's all I can think of because I know a knife's not going to do the trick.
Okay.
That's
Would
my
you
only...
like? I think that's like mislead, distract, or trick because you're trying to help your allies escape. Is that what you're going for?
Yeah. Basically, see if I can knock over a few at once. Use the body and momentum of another, plus my mass to do it. Yeah.
Okay, so why don't you read mislead, distract, or trick? Going for a distract here.
2, 2, and 1 is 5. Yep.
Ah, all right. What messes you up?
This bodies don't move like humans. I can't pick it up like I'm used to.
All right, you rush over. You try and maybe it's a little too light. You slip a bit. You bump into their ranks, and there's just several pistols aimed at your head. And
Yeah, wasn't meant to be.
they're pushing you out. And Irvin, Piotr, you are similarly like totally covered, and they're motioning you to go into the lobby.
Very well. Go wherever these mannequins take me to. It's not the first time I've been captured. Won't be the last.
All right, so stripped of your clothing and weapons, man. Who knew this? This just making you guys naked introduced so much tension. I should do this more often.
Yeah, but honestly, I mean, she feels much better about being around Alex. Is that his name? Alex Irvin.
Mm-hmm.
She says to him like, I don't want to brag, but I just killed the butcher of Panjshir. I think you were part of that conflict on the side that helped out my people. Well, not my people, but the people near my people, who might as well be my people.
Alex is like, water under the bridge. But
do you mind if I
you're
put
right.
back on my clothes?
Aileen Field is like, I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying the view for you and for some of your friends. You're gonna have to roll a persuade.
Okay.
Oh, do we all see who's there now?
Yeah, you guys are all. You got mannequins flanking you. You see these security people. You see the SUV out front, and there's a big sprawling garden in front of the bathhouse, and that is where the SUV is currently parked. And you do see Aileen Field. She's like she's Julian Field's sister. She has his kind of like blonde hair, cut short, and she's wearing like pinstriped 90s blazer.
She got a 9
Okay.
on that.
Fields like, oh yeah, go ahead.
You must understand that I'm a practicing Muslim, and to be uncovered in this way is most disgusting to me. I would much your people tend to be very sensitive about this, unlike the Russians, who are genocidal maniacs. Certainly Americans are not genocidal maniacs.
Fields like, no, I have a deep and abiding respect for all different cultures. You know, tolerance is very important to me. So you guys can put on all your clothes, that's okay. However, the weapons stay where they are.
Yeah. I will note that the egg has been hidden within my clothes the entire time. So
Okay. All right. So, Fields like, so as you guys are all dressing up, you are no longer naked, but your weapons are all lying there on the floor. She's like, all right. So, it's good to meet you guys. I'm Aileen Field. I represent some, conglomeration of various international businessmen. You guys, with your country's recent past, might not quite understand the way things work now.
I have not heard of this conglomeration that you speak of.
Basically, it's like a multinational synergistic group of like-minded innovators and entrepreneurs who are coming together to bring prosperity to your part of the world.
Entrepreneur.
Yes, that's right. Entrepreneur. You said it right. Good job.
What
You're
is
trying to buy everything you can and kick people out.
buy? I thought everything was for the people.
I mean, I could see how you would think that, because you had like decades of communist brainwashing. And I mean, buying everything we can, that's one way of looking at it. I say providing opportunities.
Miss Field.
Work now.
Oh, Zara?
Miss Field, I assure you that this is not my country. But I am here to pick up some opportunities. So this I understand, this multinational conglomeration. If your people require cotton, might I recommend Uzbek cotton, the finest cotton in all of the world?
Yeah, that sounds like an investment worth taking. But you know what another one is? Giving me that fucking Firebird's egg. I know you guys have it. We got agents everywhere. Everyone's for sale in this fucking piece of shit country. So how about handing over that egg? Can you do that for me? I say think win-win, all right? And this is a win-win. I win when you give me the egg, and you win when we let you go. So can we do that? Can you work with me here?
So
How many?
we,
Sorry.
sorry. So we give you egg, and you don't kill us, is what you're saying.
Oh, you see? I knew you guys could understand business.
That is not much deal to me. I am already dead.
Alex is like, granduncle. Maybe you should just do what she says.
Don't even talk to me, Alexander.
I'm sorry, granduncle. Wait, why am I?
Why
I'm
are
older
you
than
even-
you. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Why are you even shacking up with these people? You're better than this. If your poor mother were to see you now, she would be ashamed of you.
Ooh. If he was a mass character, this would be take a powerful blow. I'm gonna have you roll a persuade to see if your words have the same kind of effect.
Oi.
I mean, they have an effect for sure, but it's like the extent of like what you can if you can make him.
Alright, for that, I'm going to pop my debt with him to get a +3
Okay.
on this then.
Nice.
Alright. 14.
Whoa. Okay, you really got to him. He actually puts his gun back into the shoulder holster in his suit, and he goes over to Miss Field and he's like, "There's going to be other opportunities here. Let them go." And she's like, "Alex, I thought you were a team player." As they are arguing, Alexei, you look beyond. Yeah, you're like kind of peering beyond the mannequins. You look out into the garden, and you see there was a tree there that wasn't there a second ago. Like, this is a very, ordered, manicured kind of garden, and there was like an old forest tree, like, one of those should belong in a fairy tale with talking animals kind of things, that has appeared amongst the rose bushes.
Okay. This
And
seems familiar to me, I'm guessing.
Oh, 100%. As you look closer, you can see like a familiar kind of green-haired form sort of like peering out from behind the tree and kind of, motioning, letting you know that she's there.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, so there is an escape route here through that tree, and your weapons are there, but you do have to deal with, the business folks. Alexei?
Yeah, since could I want to do this sort of like mechanically, because like player me knows like who Fields is, but I want to see if Alexei knows just how powerful Fields is, in case he may need to resist his instincts.
Okay. Oh, it is a her, by the way.
Well, yeah, I know that, but Alexei's instincts are too super
Right.
powerful.
Oh, I
so he
see.
needs to-
Oh, okay. I got it.
Yeah. So he actually has no idea who she is.
I mean, she is new to Russia, so that's for sure.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay. All right.
All right.
Vitaly, what are you doing while this situation is going on? You probably can follow Alexei's eye line and notice that odd tree as well.
All right. Well, in my mind, my weapons are, just scrubbed, serial numbered, and someone else's. So I'm going to do my best to, I guess, take advantage of the situation.
Yeah, Field and Alex are definitely distracted.
Okay.
And the rest are, mannequins.
All right, so yeah, if my weapons are not able to be gotten, then I'm gonna also follow suit and try to sneak out. But if I can grab something on the way, then I definitely will.
All right. I guess this would be escape a situation, but like you do want to take something with you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to leave completely empty-handed, but if it's like they're like at their feet and I'm, like 10 feet away and I got to run, then I'm of course not going to try to get the weapons.
All right.
4, 5 plus 2 is 11 to escape.
Ah, okay. So yeah, you were able to snatch up like your weapons for sure. With that one, you might even be able to get someone else's armaments as well.
Okay, then whatever was closest to mine, because I'm not going to try to grab something that's not easy to grab. I'll take whatever was closest.
Alexi, I know you have a wrench. Piotr, what armaments do you have?
Let's see. Yeah, a Magnum revolver.
Yeah, probably the revolver is a bit easier to get than the wrench.
And I think Zara still has her sword on her.
Wait.
He's holding the sword, yeah.
Alexi, you have like a...
Oh, good, I am holding my sword.
Like a full-on, like, 50 to 70-pound monkey wrench? Is that what you have?
Oh,
like
yeah.
Like a real, like... Okay, yeah, I'm not going to be able to grab that thing quickly.
Well, I mean, okay. It's supposedly like a clumsy but effective weapon that's 3 harm hand close, so I figured just like a large...
a huge wrench fits that bill, I think.
Okay, yeah. Revolver's probably easier to grab, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
All right, you grab the revolvers. You get the revolver, your own weapons, and you kind of like slip out to the side, going through these pillars there, and you reach the edge of the garden. At this point, Field and Lexi have finished your arguments. Field is like, she's losing her patience here. And she's like, all right, Alexi, we're going to talk about this in your quarterly review. And let me tell you, my constructive criticism is going to be very constructive. All right, now search these guys. They got the egg in them. Oh, Zara?
Oh, this is when Zara might intercede, but I don't know if it's okay for me to intercede.
Well, she's like motioning for the mannequins to start searching you guys to get the egg. So,
right.
You can intercede at this point, I think.
When she says, like, this is going to look bad on your review, Zara being friends with Alex, yes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have Alex and Alexi.
And knowing that
that
somebody was working with Chutko the butcher. I know he wants to call himself the chef, but she calls him the butcher. When she says, like, this is going to reflect badly on review, my character, and I've wanted to do a 30 Days of Night sort of thing for so long, just goes like, no review, and just draws her fucking sword and just hacks at Alexi. Like
Alexi
right
or Alex?
Alexi's the woman, isn't it?
No, it's...
Eileen Field is the woman.
Eileen.
Oh, sorry, Eileen. That's where I was getting confused. Eileen.
Yeah.
Right.
We have
was
Alexi, the player character.
The performance review.
Yeah.
We have Alexi, the player character, Alexander, the NPC, and then...
And then Eileen.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's go for Unleash an Attack.
And okay, Alex not intervene with this also. Hello?
Yeah, sorry, there's a little static.
Yeah,
Can you say it one more time?
Yeah, it's because multiple people are talking. That kind of freaks it out. I said that I'm willing to cash in my with get him and the Americans to not interfere with this.
Okay, I can see that. All right, so let's do the cash and debt and get the persuade going.
Okay. So she'll do a persuade on Alex, I guess.
Yes, we just call him Irvin. We should do that. Though
Okay,
Piotr is
let's
also
call him
Irvin.
Easier.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's gonna happen in these games sometimes.
Well, I didn't even need to do that because I rolled a 10 and I have a +1 ongoing. What in heart? So all in all, it's 15.
Wow. All right, he will not intervene. Now let's do the Unleash Attack on Eileen Field.
Yeah.
Let's just call her Field.
So basically, she said no review to Field, and then just like when the first slash gets in, she just says to Alex, like, "Stay out of this." And the Unleash an Attack, considering there's a +1 going forward, is a 10.
Nice.
I rolled a 7 on the dice, +2, +1 going forward. Boom.
You taking terrible harm, or?
Oh,
ahead.
yeah. The sword does 3 harm in and of itself, and it's messy, which she's fine with.
All
And
right.
she's inflicting terrible harm. She just basically like unsheaths the sword, does massive damage to this woman, and then resheaths the sword all as an action.
Do you want to like take off one of her limbs?
Yeah. Let's
right.
just take her. Whatever arm she was using to gesture about performance reviews is
Oh,
now
man.
gone.
You took her gesturing arm? Oh, horrible. All right.
And
So,
I just imagine her spraying blood like that one lady in Kill Bill when she gets her arm cut off.
Oh yeah. Sophie at the I think I remember the scene. All right, yeah, that arm's gone. Blood is spurting everywhere. She like screams and falls down. The mannequins are going for their guns to open fire. It is chaos. You there pops out from behind the tree and is now beckoning you forward like as fast as you can to get to the tree. Piotr, what do you do?
So I see you there, and I know where I have to go. But I just want to make a pit stop first. I want to grab nephew and bring him in.
All right.
If that's something I can do.
Why don't you roll the escape one, and if you roll high enough, he comes with you.
No problem. Wow. Wow. 13 altogether.
Okay, he's coming with you. These are the high rolls.
And I'll probably do the, overprotective uncle thing and just grab him by his ear. Nephew, come.
I'm older than you are.
Yeah.
So you drag him right over to you there, and she's like, "Please, step inside my tree."
Yeah, on the way over, I'm grabbing the wrench and maybe smacking a few because I forgot this in the last battle, but I have tireless, which means that I fight as a gang when I'm fighting against a gang.
Oh, nice.
So-
Yeah, I should have had you taking on all those mannequins then, instead of just the
Yeah.
one. Okay. Why don't you give me Unleash an Attack on your way and see how well you do against this whole gang of mannequins?
I'm gonna reroll that one because it went out of the little box. 5, 6. That's an 8.
Okay. You are going to take some harm as you go through.
That's fine.
I would say maybe 2 levels of harm. You just get shot a bunch.
Okay.
So yeah, so some bullets unload on you. Vitali, how are you getting to the tree?
If there's anything in my way, now that I'm armed, I'll use that for any opposition.
Yeah, I mean there are some mannequins and like security, so definitely.
Okay. So if that's the case, then let's try to take out as many as possible in one movement. So I'm gonna pull out one of my weapons, which is the SMG. I have that, a pistol, and a really nice knife. So I'll pull that out, and then I'll just unload in like sort of like a spray pattern in front of me to mow them down, and then make way for.
Oh, that makes sense. Just all right, firing from the hip kind of thing. Okay,
Yeah.
give me a Unleash an Attack.
3, 4, and 2 is a 9.
All right, I'm afraid you are going to take 1 harm as you make your way across.
Understood.
But all you make your way through the chaos, through the garden, and you reach. See, yeah, Zara, I think I realize I didn't do you, but I think that you definitely
Yeah.
have cleared away when you cut open
Yeah.
the CEO there.
Can I have Zara say one like hardcore thing to Ms. Field before she goes though?
Oh, absolutely.
Do not scream about your arm. I'm sure your great American doctors can sew it back on for you.
Damn. That's pretty hardcore. You all join together at the tree. You there, I mean, let's see. I'll ask Kat, because this is your former character, who you played in our Petrograd arc. She's gone through, like, Chernobyl at this point. So how does she, we sort of remember what she looks like when she appeared last time. How does she look now?
I think that she still is kind of like she still has green hair, but now it's like kind of shaved into like a post-apocalyptic mohawk look.
Whoa, I like it.
And she still wears all white, but it's like white leather now. So it's kind of like if somehow or other you could combine Mad Max with the Lilith Fair, that's like her new look.
Very cool.
And it's like she has like green eyeshadow that like looks really super like sickly, but also kind of punk rock. You know what? Almost like she might almost look like what's her name from the Misfits? Not the like the cartoon like Gem of the Holograms. Pizzazz.
Oh right.
She probably looks a lot like Pizzazz from the Misfits now.
I don't know. I mean, I just know We Are the Misfits. Our songs are better.
Yeah.
Okay, I can definitely see that. All right, yeah. So she motions you like into the tree. Kind of a doorway appears in the wood. The wood sort of sliding away to reveal this this passage. And she leads you through. All right, so the tree emerges in this dark forest clearing. You're far away from the city, surrounded by snow, and there's like, as she's leading you through, she's like, this reminds me of a time long ago when me and some of my friends made our way through these woods to a battle with a terrible woman who tried to make herself a god. Yeah.
Terrible woman, you say.
Bathory, yeah.
I mean, she wasn't as bad when you get to know her. Actually, that is lie. She was actually worse. But there was some good benefits, kind of. No comment.
She says, so much has changed since in those days. So much has stayed the same. But as always, Russia endures. You arrive in a forest clearing, snow crunching your shoes and mist thick around the clustered trees. A wild place, unchanged since the days of the Tsar. But you're not alone. A vampire in an eye patch, a tattoo of a knife drawing blood outlined on her neck, waits for you on a rocky outcropping. All around her, werewolves in leather jackets, some leaning on their motorcycles as cigarette smoke and mist curl around their muzzles. I regret what happened today. Svetlana offers her hand. But the deal was made. Please, hand over the egg. So, what do you guys do?
So wait, now I'm confused. So we were taken to a clearing, we got out, it's cold, and now we're surrounded by vampires?
Werewolves on motorcycles. No, you could tell that you there... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Did you there purposely take them to them, or...?
No.
Okay.
You there looks just as surprised as you do. She was not expecting this. But why these vampires are there in, like, the woods, in this part of the woods, that is kind of a question.
Okay.
My queen, I owe you a great deal. You've always been very good to me. But as far as I can tell, this egg does not belong to our client. Do you plan to do with it?
Svetlana pauses for a bit, and she's like, Pyotr, you remembered the old days. Tell me, what keeps you going?
What keeps me going? The fact that I have giant spider demon god possessing body that won't let me die until I kill this man called Igondri.
Well, that doesn't really help my situation. Help me make up my mind.
No,
the truth is, the truth is, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the egg.
Then why do you want it?
Well, I have received requests from someone who once gave me a great deal of help. The old woman, the grandmother. she waits for the egg, and I might bring it to her, but still, there is much that has changed, and I do not know if there is still room for those old traditions. Vitali, the soldier, what do you think?
Well, if it was not for the abundance of nature, I would not be able to enjoy peace as I have been. So I can only say that if it's rightfully gifted to nature in the first place, or rightfully owned, then it should be given back. Your world is far different from mine. I just want to see my daughters again.
Okay. So she thinks for a bit and she's like, peace. I think we all deserve a little of that. Very well, you're right. Baba Yaga invited me here to escort you, and I think I will do just that. If you'll just follow me through these woods, we'll soon arrive at her hut, and little Leshy here will help. But then, her words are cut off by a sudden humming. A helicopter, American-made, comes zooming in through the mist. The door slides open, revealing a mounted machine gun ready to spit lead. The Delver's International D logo stands out boldly on the side. And to make matters worse, a deep rumble comes from the other side of the clearing. The air goes metallic. You have the feeling that if you had a Geiger counter, it would be clicking like mad. A creature emerges from the shadows of the trees. 6 insectoid legs around a body like a single leaking tumor, with a maw of yellowed steel teeth and a mass of milky, pus-dripping eyes. The Bukovac, after the radiation has finished with it. Death drips from every inch of it. What do you do?
Okay. Could I put a face to a name with the Bukovac?
Yes. And then I think we all gotta roll keep your cool one more time, because shit's about to go down.
Roll initiative.
Yeah. It's shit's hitting the fan.
Yep. My rolls have been terrible. So.
Are you staying true to form there, or did you get a good roll this time?
No. Even with my +2 to wild.
It's all right. Look, your luck, you got nowhere to go but up. The luck will change, I'm sure.
Yep.
So yeah, you do not know who this. You have not seen this particular terrifying forest monstrosity before. Yep. Did anybody get a 12 or up for the keep your cool?
I'm so close to that.
An 11?
11.
Okay, 11 for Zara.
I actually did get a 12.
Nice.
Okay, 12 for Piotr. Anybody get 8 or 9?
9.
9. Okay, 9 for Alexi. How'd you do, Vitaly?
I got 6.
Okay. And then we're going to have the Bukovac go, because it is closer to you, and then the helicopter.
And before we start, are we going into battle?
Oh, yeah.
Mind if I do the vigilante stuff then?
Sure.
No problem.
Yeah, it is your turn first. You can go ahead and roll that and then do one thing.
Gotcha.
So your goal is to get the egg out of the clearing and keep it safe from these 2 attackers.
Alright, so I got an 8 on vigilante, so I hold 2.
Okay.
So for the actual thing... I guess I'll do the same thing. Gonna present myself as a target. With Abash, the devil stood. Yep.
Alright, it's a solid move. Remind me, do you need to roll for that one?
Yes, where Abash, the devil stood, I openly present myself to the agents of my enemies. So I'm just gonna present myself to the giant monster. And I rolled a 10. So on a hit, they choose to scatter a fleet before me, throw down their weapons or surrender, or attack me, ignoring my allies. And on a 10, I get +1 armor.
I think it's going to go straight for you. All right,
exactly
Zara.
what I want.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I'm checking out something really quickly. Okay. So, the most important thing from my character right now is to protect Svetlana. What's she in the most danger from right now?
Probably the helicopter. That's like aiming its guns like right down to face her.
Okay, I don't have any long distance weapons. Do any of these werewolves or Svetlana herself have one?
A lot of the werewolves have rifles. There also are lots of like tall trees around there if you want to try climbing a tree and running into a helicopter.
I mean, yeah, if I can try that, I'm definitely going to do it.
Okay.
Like, if you'll let me do some crazy vamp shit like that.
I mean, yeah.
Her
Let's
spirit. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
What were you going to say?
I would say a let it out roll would cover this kind of crazy movement, I think.
Yeah, her let it out is garbage. But I might call in a debt from Alexei to assist me on this if it goes poorly.
All right, let's see what happens.
Let's see. Even could you hear me?
No, there was some static there. So you could say it one more time?
I said even if I got an assist, because an assist is only a +1. So even if I got that, I would only be at 6. She let it out is not a good one for her. Its spirit is bad for vampires.
All right, that is too bad. You try and climb up the trees to jump over, does not quite work out. And you end up like kind of, I mean, you make it like halfway up the tree, but you're just not quite fast enough to close the distance.
Yeah. So I'm not calling in any sort of debt because an assist won't do any good. It's just not happening.
Okay, that brings us to Alexei.
That was an interesting thing. Okay. Okay, I'm going to try this. I'm going to use Machinist to try and communicate with the helicopter.
Oh, I like it. That's a cool idea.
So,
all right, let's see what happens.
That's a little cocked. Okay, that's much better. Let's see. That's a 12. Okay.
Yeah, I knew
Yes.
those good rolls were just around the corner.
Well, I'd hope that one of my dice was cocked, which happened to be a 1, and it rolled to a 6. So,
So, what is
All
the
right,
result?
so I get to ask 2 of these questions. So, which 3 of these questions? I don't really. I mean, I already know this, but I guess Alexei might not know. But what purpose do you serve, brother?
He's like, I fly people around.
Okay. How could I get you to, I guess, land, comrade?
Ooh, let's see. I put myself in the character of a helicopter. What is a helicopter dream? He's like, I will land if afterwards you take me flying in the sunset. There's some beautiful clouds. That's where I love flying the most. If we can soar together through those rosy sunset clouds, then I'll land for you.
If I can get you away from your current situation, then I will do my best. Then we will fly.
All right. The
I'm
helicopter
kind of trying to do like a you help me, I help you kind of a thing.
All right. This helicopter, he's a romantic at heart. So like the rotors stop going, and it just like, settles down, stirring up the snow before it lands to a halt, totally confusing the crew, and is now on the ground. They do still have that machine gun though, but yeah, it is now ground bound. Victor or Vitali, that brings us to you.
Okay, so let's see. We got something I'm used to, but something else popped up that I'm not used to. if it's possible, I'd like to use one of my moves called Book Learning when you encounter a supernatural creature. Because I'm guessing that I've never seen the whatchamacallit.
The Bukavak.
The Bukavak, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So 3, 4 plus 1 is 8 on mind. Alright, so on a hit, the MC will tell you a bit about it and how it can be killed. I didn't get a 10 plus, so I got an 8. Yeah, so I get to learn a bit about it and how it can be killed. On a 10 plus, it'd be much better, but.
Right. Okay. It's a horrible like swamp dwelling boogeyman that like draws people in. The Chernobyl disaster has irradiated it and totally obliterated whatever's left of its sanity. So it just wants to like destroy and massacre everybody. Like a lot of spirits, cold iron is going to be the weakness here.
Oh, great. In close fighting for me. That's my knife. All right.
All right. I guess maybe you got like some steel jacketed bullets, but
yeah.
I guess it's
Different
going to be the knife.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think that a samurai sword counts as cold iron.
All right.
Yeah,
So
samurai swords are usually steel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's
The
got his
Bukavak is
slide.
going to go now.
Mhm.
It is going to attack Piotr. Piotr, give me a keep your cool. This is going to
Or-
be a bad one, though. Oh, uh-huh.
Or I could use one of my holds to redirect that attack.
Uh-huh.
So I had the idea of redirecting it to the helicopter, but then it wants to ride in the sunset, so I can't do that. So
Technically speaking, Piotr doesn't know that. There was sort of like a
Mm-hmm.
communication between me and the helicopter.
Piotr, it's up to you. I can make a case for either. I can see.
I would feel so bad, but it is in character.
All right.
And
You redirect it towards the poor romantic helicopter that just wants to fly.
Maybe just taking out the machine gun, maybe.
All right.
No.
Okay. I'll do that.
Sorry,
Like,
Nick.
So
I feel like
So
just
how-
taking out the machine gun is really reasonable.
yeah, no, it's
okay.
like after we did that whole thing, I just thought what I could have asked was how could I get it to fly away but
That might have
Oh, well.
solved some.
what's done is done.
What's done is done.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey,
so
you know what? If you got it to land and he takes out the machine gun, then Zara's on it. For the rest.
nice.
Mhm.
All right. So Piotr, how do you do this? How do you like redirect the Bukavak so it smashes into the machine gun?
Alright, so going to do the whole thing that he wished he did with the giant spider. Just stand still, wait for it, and the moment it tries to just jump out and try to eat him, jump out of the way. Don't just stand there.
Nice. You jump out of the way. It crashes into the helicopter, but just the side wrenches out the machine gun and sends it flying away, and it falls into the snow. The helicopter can't really do anything now. The soldiers inside are unloading on the Bukavak. The road wolves around them are trying to like protect Svetlana as well as fire the helicopter. It is chaos. Piotr, we're back to you. You're at the top of the order, so it actually is your turn again.
Okay. What could it... I could kill it. Kill, disable, or disarm an NPC of my choice with a mage.
I would say disable.
Yeah, let's try not doing that.
It's too powerful for you to kill outright.
Mm-hmm.
You want to just disable it?
I could, but first, I'm going to transform. Use the Devil Within.
Whoa.
Haven't done that in
Alright.
a while.
Okay, so how do you transform?
Okay, so it's a 9, so I only pick one from the list, but I'm going to gather up all the rocks, earth, soil, everything that I can, and transform into my, like, rocky spider form.
All right, you have transformed to this rocky spider.
And I choose to inflict +1 harm to it.
All right, why don't
So-
you do a quick unleash an attack?
Yeah. Sorry, it's going so much. That's a 7.
All right, you're gonna take. I'm gonna say it's gonna take 1 harm on you.
No problem. I've got 2 armor.
Okay, so you're good. And you want to do terrible harm or take something from it?
Take something from it. Does it have... It has multiple eyes. I'm just gonna take away its ability to move real quick.
Okay,
Gonna
so you
take,
just like...
Gonna take like the giant rocky cannon made out of my revolver and like shoot at its legs. See if I can slow it down.
All right, you blast in those insect legs. Lots of gory, irradiated goop goes splashing into the snow.
Mhm.
And it is immobilized. That brings us to Zara.
Okay, so Zara, now that the helicopter's on the ground and she doesn't have to try to jump onto it from a tree, she's just in the helicopter like a freaking Flash with her blade. Just basically designed, like, machine guns are great for a lot of things. Close quarter fighting, not one of them.
All right.
So if they try to shoot her when she's in there with the katana, they're just as likely to start shooting each other. So she's just like right in the thick of the chaos.
Okay, give me Unleash an Attack
Okay.
on this mercenary crew here.
Yeah. Let's see. God, thank goodness I've got a... And I still have the +1 going forward from the blood drinking. 5, 6. I'm up to 7. Just past the line, but I'm there.
Nice.
So let's see. Obviously, I'm planning to inflict terrible harm. And obviously, they're inflicting harm on me. Or alternately, I'm in a terrible spot. I am right in the middle of all these soldiers.
That's
but
true.
I think-
And I mean, the Bukovac is right there next to you, too.
Yeah, we can just say that I'm in a terrible spot if you want.
That's fine.
Okay.
So you come in there, you just like butcher the crew of this helicopter. There's just like total, blood going over all the windshields. It's quite a sight.
Yeah.
But then the Bukovac is like, its boneless head is like reaching inside the cabin of the helicopter, the mouth open, going for you.
Makes sense.
Alexi, what are you doing?
Okay. I guess I will. I would like to charge in at the Bukovac and, like, without concern from my own being, because my helicopter friend wants to fly. So,
All right, give me an attack.
yeah, it doesn't actually do anything with any of my instincts, so I only get 1 armor with that. So it's an 8.
Okay. Which one are you taking from the top? Inflict terrible harm or take something from it?
Let's see. Because of Tireless, I ignore any size differences between me and the gang, but that doesn't really have much of
Yeah, it's only really
anything.
one thing.
Yeah, but it is sort of like a large thing, so I don't know if that might just mean my own interpretation. But yeah, anyways, I think I will. Could I guess, I'm trying to think of something that I can take. It's sort of in there, in the helicopter.
Right, you could like take its position if you want to move it.
Yeah, that's sort of what I was thinking. Sort of like,
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah. So I just sort
so
of,
you can like, push it over to the side there.
yeah.
Okay, you could like take its movement by pitting it against a tree, perhaps.
Yeah, I think I will grab my wrench and sort of with semi-inhuman strength, it's just sort of, I just smack it and it goes flying away from the helicopter.
All right, totally. You just like pinata it, and it slams up against a tree and is pinned there. Vitali, brings us to you, and you do hear at this point, coming from the edge of the woods, it's just like, hold it back, Grandmother's coming.
Okay. So then I will do my best to, I guess, keep my distance because I'm not a stranger to the idea of what happens when you get too close to radiation, or at least touch it literally. So I'm gonna do my best to, I guess, throw my knife at it and hopefully, put it down for a moment or hit it critical spot where it's not going to do much more.
All right, let's see
That's
what
all I can
happens.
think of. 2, 6 plus 2 is 10. Nice.
Nice. You inflicting terrible harm?
Heck yeah. Yeah, why not?
All
That's what my
right.
character honestly knows how to do best. Is not,
Yeah.
restraint.
You get the knife goes like right into maybe the biggest of its many eyes
Sweet.
and just pops it. Some nasty gunk comes spraying out everywhere. The Bukovac like wails, and then you see some shadows growing in the edge of the clearing. The Bukovac wails even louder and like crawls its way back from the trees and escapes. Then Svetlana and you there both motion with their arms down this trail that has appeared in the woods. And you see at the end another clearing where Baba Yaga's chicken leg house is waiting for you. The door is open, those chicken legs kneel down, a kind of ramp comes over, and Baba Yaga herself, that old woman covered in wrinkles, the babushka and everything, raises her weathered hand and beckons you inside. Hopefully Marvin can get back and join us. I know he's got a little bit left here.
Despite being utterly covered in blood in every conceivable way, Zara does wipe her sword off and put it away before entering.
All right. So Baba Yaga welcomes you in, and she's like, "You've carried it a long time, but your journey is over. You can give me the egg."
Can I roll put a face to a name to make sure that I really think this is Baba Yaga?
Yeah, go for it.
Yes.
This
I
is
don't
the
know.
one?
Odds are, I mean, how many chicken leg houses are there?
Yeah.
All right, so Alexi, do you give her the egg there?
Oh yeah, I am unmuted. Okay. Yeah, I think I will.
Okay, she
Oh,
takes
no.
it.
Yeah.
She takes it and she like holds it in her hands for a bit, and then she opens her hands. The egg is gone, replaced by an actual firebird. It's a fire chick for a moment, but then it like grows. The wings extend, and this beautiful bird with fiery feathers is born.
I snap a picture for my daughters.
Quite, yeah.
The beauty of it causes Zara to like have one single tear, but as that she's a vampire, it is a blood tear.
Oh, one blood tear. And you're covered in blood too, so no one can see it.
Yeah.
All those blood tears lost in the blood.
It's a beautiful reminder of the life Fielder doesn't have anymore.
Yeah. And Baba Yaga like goes to the window and she's like, "Just like Russia, let it be free." And she sends the firebird flying outside. Then she turns to you guys and she says, "You have done me a service. I will grant each of you one gift." And I think for the closing here, I love these characters. We are going to visit St. Petersburg 2019. Did we lose Dallas too? Please no.
What?
We are going to visit. Oh no, there you are. Sorry,
Okay.
we said. I think Scooter joined. That's what happened.
Yeah.
We are going to visit. There he is. We
There
are
we
going to
go.
visit St. Petersburg 2019 later on in the main show, and I will definitely have some of these characters show up in some way for that.
problem.
So, what do they ask for from Baba Yaga, and then what happens to them in the new millennium, in the next 20 years after 1999? So we'll start Usually I kind of work backwards for this. Marvin, are you ready, or do you want some time to...
It's just a camera.
All right. So you can just tell us verbally if you want to.
No problem.
All right. So what do you think? What's the gift, and then what happens to Piotr? This might be the end of his story if you want it to be.
Nah. I'm thinking
All
just one last interaction, because I gotta have him actually figure out where Montolio is.
Yeah. Well, little preview of what's coming up. Egontre might be headed to him.
Nice. So I'll have him stick around for a while. Honestly, Grandmother Baba Yaga, there's not much in life that I really want. My life is over. Instead, may I ask a boon for my nephew here?
Of course.
I know he's good boy. I know, he's old man now, I know that, but to me, he was always going to be a good boy. I just wish for him to, I don't know, find contentment in life. Something away from monster hunting.
Ah. Okay. She'll arrange that.
There you are, nephew. I hope that it brings you peace. And he gives Alexander a hug.
Ah.
I
Nice to
still
get some-
have... Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I still have many more steps to go before I rest. But I hope you enjoy life, nephew. Say hello to your mother for me.
Aw. Nice to get some family reunion action going in there. All right, Zara.
Baba Yaga, the only thing that I wish of you is that you enter into my orbit more often. Some people call it the web. That is all I ask of you. And
Whoa.
perhaps we will have dealings in the future.
Okay. I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I should do the vampire web thing at least once in the game, right?
Oh yeah, I know. Such a cool mechanic.
Yeah. So at the start of the session, I'll get to learn things about her.
All right. Well, I don't know if that will happen. What happens to Zara as the years go on?
I think Zara just kind of continues to consolidate her power in St. Petersburg, but also is gradually taking her vengeance on various Russians who were committed war atrocities in Afghanistan.
Oh, sure.
Because now that I've decided that's part of her character, I really want to go for it.
Okay,
So-
kind of murdering her way through all these ex-Soviet war criminals.
Yeah, basically, and whenever she can, like, also bringing Petrushkin in on the action, because it never hurts to bring in some of his crazy.
Sure. All right, that sounds very cool.
And also, I think also getting in better with Svetlana too. I think that this would be something that would kind of.
Oh yeah. Okay, and that brings us to Dallas with Vitali. What does he ask for?
Only, I guess, further insurance for his daughters to be protected. He's going to do his best. Finding safe places. He knows how to create, untraceable trails and all that stuff. But if she can offer, magic protection after what he's seen today, that's what he would want for them. If they ever need anything, that they could have that.
All right, that's cool. She'll definitely make that deal.
Yeah. So he would just try his best to open up a bake shop, keep it simple. There would be no crime on that block.
Oh yeah.
Just a great place for people to come by and get simple things. And then, he would probably secretly, of course, bring up his daughters in a way they can handle themselves too.
All right, very cool. I think we'll have to have Vitali's Bakery show up sometime in the future.
Mm-hmm. Come in and get some black bread for breakfast. It's very delicious.
Oh, totally. And then what happens to Alexei, our Soviet
Yes.
worker machine man.
I think, Baba Yaga, you have given me so much. You gave me a new purpose, or at least a path to a new purpose. I would hope that you continue to this, because I've heard that my instinct to hunt the disloyal, I don't know if there's any use to that anymore. I wonder if you could help me to find a new purpose, or at least a new way of interpreting this.
Okay. So you can arrange that, kind of change your prime directives a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, so what do you think happens to Alexei? What becomes of him as the years go on?
I think he might travel around Russia, just sort of on a soul-searching kind of a thing. Learn what it is to be human. He's been sort of this tireless worker for so long, and now that the Soviet Union is gone, and so he doesn't really know what to do.
Oh no, I like that. That makes sense. So he's just kind of become sort of a heroic wandering hero.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. Okay, well, I think that brings this episode of Generation Shadow to a close. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly had a lot of fun enjoying all this fun, like post-Soviet, post-Cold War action. Some very cool action all around, I think, in this episode. Next week, our regular game continues. If you remember where it was we were all bound to post-Brexit London. So I hope you're all chuffed to be there, and we'll have a jolly old time across the
I'm
pond.
well chuffed, mate. Yeah, let's get on. Let's do it. I'll
Yeah.
knock you up in the morning.
Oh, it's gonna be all apples and pears. Whatever that, I don't know what that means. It's gonna be all
It
apples and
means-
pears.
It means stairs, but that's all right.
all kinds of that stuff next week.
Sweet. Well, thanks everyone. Thanks for hopping in, and thanks for people retweeting and sharing what we're doing over here on the books and the tweets and all that good stuff. Thanks everyone for playing tonight. Get ready for some apples and pears next week. We will be ready. We'll be back. Same time, same place. Wherever you're watching us, you will see us here next week. So until then, let's do this in round again. Until then, pull up a chair and make time to tabletop.
Tabletop.
To tabletop.
Yes.
Time to tabletop.
Tabletop.
Yes. This is it's beautiful. If you guys hear this in post, it's so much better. It's so crazy. All right. See you out there. Have a good one. Talk to you soon.
Good night, everybody.
Good
From the
night.
disembodied voice of Marvin.